Good morning. This is Samuel Jacob Kirschner, voice of the Breeze, welcoming you to our Friday morning Hangout meditation. This morning, when I got up, I noticed that it's going to be another hot day, and everything in me was geared up for a hot day. And a hot day for me is if it gets humid, doesn't feel too comfortable, and I can start to get into a negative conversation inside myself. So I was really in a rush to get out and do my morning walk because my morning walk is my morning practice, and that's when I consciously breathe and connect to love. And about 15-20 minutes later, I was sitting in Madison Square Park, where I normally sit and have a tea with a bran muffin. Sometimes the squirrels come and I feed them. And I noticed that the day didn't change in terms of the temperature. In fact, it was even hotter. But something in me was relating to it differently. I would say that this meditation helps you to rewire your reptile brain. The reptile brain, you know, that's all about survival, and that is trigger waiting to happen. And what I call love, which is really another part of the brain, the part that we rewire. And eventually, it's very real. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 years in some way or another. And I notice more and more that there is definitely something in my brain that I can access. I call it love. You can call it breath intelligence. It's another kind of intelligence that I think is so needed, especially nowadays. A friend just told me wanted to talk about the terror that happened last night, yesterday in France. And, you know, I don't know the details. I heard about it yesterday, but I'm not ready to deal with it yet. I want to make sure that I'm taken care of sufficiently in myself so that I don't have to turn this yet another eruption of terror, so prevalent in the world, that I'm going to turn it into another occasion for me to panic and to get all stressed out and to get negative. It's not going to help the situation, and it's not going to help me. I know that for sure, and that's why I am on a mission to consciously connect to love, to the breath, to the other part of my brain that I've been working my ass off to develop, which I think is something that's part of the human condition. That premise that we have a reptile brain that is all geared to survive at any cost. And we have another part of the brain, they say that we have about 90% capacity of that other part of the brain to develop. And the good news is that it has nothing to do with age. You can develop that part of the brain no matter how old you are. And let me tell you something from experience, because I am a senior, I am an elder, I am 69 years old, and I can feel that part in me developing, and it makes such a difference about aging, because that part is ageless and actually feels very young, but in a wise way, not young and I don't know what to do, but it's youthful. And so I think I've got my life cut for me. And of course, my other mission is to share it. When you experience that kind of a consciousness shift, when you have that kind of a choice and you exercise it, you can't but want to share it with others, of course, who are willing and who want to connect, to breathe and connect to love. So this hangout this morning, that's what we will basically do. We will meditate in the Breaze way, which is a lot of attention to the breath and movement and having a heart for yourself. So let us start simply by paying attention to your breathing, doing nothing, just pay attention to your breathing and use the sound of the chimes in the background to pace your breathing. Try to breathe a little slower. All the breathing is done through the nose, breathing in to the higher chime, breathing out to the lower chime, breathing in to the higher chime, breathing out to the lower chime. And try to get comfortable with that pace of breathing. Notice if there is any struggle for you with the breath, and open your heart. Breathe with more ease and have a heart for yourself. Compassion. It's okay, just the way you breathe. So don't get on your case now and don't try to do it perfectly, because that will only exacerbate things. So we just want to have a heart, open the heart, breathe with more ease, and have a heart for yourself exactly as you are. That is what breathing love is all about. Great. You're doing great. You're doing your best. What else can it be? Doing great. Doing your best. So now we're going to take it to some movement. And the first movement, the first step of the 5 steps of the Breaze is shaking. So even visualizing it, if you're in a bus and you can start shaking because you don't want that attention, if you just visualize it shaking inside like a hummingbird and just immersing yourself into this shake, there is something awakening about it, especially if you invite your whole body to participate. So continue to breathe with ease and make sure that the shaking does not overpower the breath. The whole idea here is to do it from the pace of the breath. We are following the pace of the breath here as much as possible. It's just a matter of paying attention. And the attention that we want to pay is compassionate, not hard and scrutinizing. So don't criticize yourself on my account. Absolutely not. So try to come to a comfortable level of letting this shake happen from the breath. And shifting now to flowing like a river and letting go. Again, follow the music. Follow the music and follow the pace of your breath, making sure that you are not overpowering the breath with the movement. This is about connecting. You want to come to a state in which you feel almost like it's all intuitive and spontaneous. You are one with the breath, with the movement, and with the music. Letting go of any struggles. No need to struggle now with anything. Just surrender to this beautiful flow. Again, you can do it internally if you are in any position right now that you cannot get fully expressive. Visualize it and follow the breath and let the movement follow. And now we are getting to shift to the next position, the next step, standing like a tree and making space. Now, if you can stand up, you want to make sure that your knees are bent and your spine is straight but not rigid. And like a tree, the trunk is flexible, but you are planted in the ground. And with your hands open, this is the position of breathing love. Opening your heart and noticing where in your body do you feel discomfort. And rather than moving, allow the breath to permeate any constriction, any pain, any numbness in your body. Allow the breath to fill it with love. Beautiful. Standing like a tree and making space. And getting ready before transitioning into the next step, walking like an elephant with grace. So, right hand on the heart, left hand on the belly, and you are stepping into the present as you are walking with grace. And be grateful for your life now. Absolutely. No matter what's happening in your life, this moment and this breath is new, and it deserves your gratitude. Again, you can do this seated, or if you're in a bed, even lying down, visualizing it, as long as you breathe with ease, open your heart, and have compassion for yourself, for being exactly where you are in your life right now. Mindful walking is one of the most beautiful meditations. It's about paying attention to the breath, opening the heart, and allowing the step to emerge without having to control. And what comes now, very naturally after this step, is, guess what? Dancing. Dancing and celebrating your life now. I am going to shift here to another piece of music. I'm sorry, this was very loud. The DJ and me. This is called Beautiful Day Without You, not without yourself. So allow yourself to just dance for this moment. Again, you can do it also in bed. I do it all the time. And seated. You can do it internally. You're breathing. You're alive. You are in the state, in the frequency of love. I try not to miss any opportunity I have to dance. I think it's the highest form of meditation. I know Ellen DeGeneres would agree with me. I want you to get in touch with, connect to the beauty of your soul. because you are, you are, you are love. Now, I believe the name of this group is, let me see, Workshop. It's a Swedish group, and I thank you for allowing me to play your music. And the dancing doesn't have to stop. In fact, I really believe that we can live in a state of love and in a state of dance. Yes, we also get triggered every so often out of it to the state of fear, to the reptile brain. But some of us, me included, cannot afford to live too much in that other stressful state. And thank God we can do something about it. That's what meditation is all about. And this is what the breathe is all about, is to breathe and connect to love, no matter what's happening in our lives. So we can feel more empowered and more supported to deal with whatever it is that we need to deal in life, and not be victimized by it, and not abandon ourselves. So, I have a couple of announcements to make. First, I want to really thank you for taking the time to participate in this and take care of yourself in that way. I can't say enough about how important that is, and that nobody can take care of you like you. The government, the runners to office, they can't. Some of them don't even do it for themselves. You know what I'm talking about. And it's an amazing skill to develop, to take care of yourself like nobody else can. So, yeah, I really thank you for participating, for taking the time, and I want you to thank yourself, because you know, we are so busy. There's so many things that are more important than what? Love? Really? Anything more important than love? Okay, I rest my case. So it's an honor to share this Friday morning hangout with you, and if you want to access this event, you can go to my website, www.thebreeze.com, and go to the Gym for the Soul and scroll down, and it's there. This live version is there after it completes its life here. So you can stream it at any time. It happens once a week, Friday mornings, from 7:45 to 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time. It is also on YouTube, so it's accessible 24 hours a day. Secondly, we are now launching the new Breeze community portal a virtual meditation hall and practice space to share your experiences, talk one-on-one with me, in the form and access in depth lessons for deepening your breeze practice, this practice of breathing and connecting to love. And I am going to be offering a class, Artists of Living, a weekly series featuring live streamed teaching and interactive questions and answer and takeaway lessons designed to hone your ability to follow the pace of the breath and to connect to love. Please stay tuned for our invitations to the Breathe Community portal and to the new webinar intensive. We are going to be sending you, if you are listed on our mailing list, we're going to be sending frequent reminders. And I see that we have a little bit more time here, so I think I'm going to play one of my recordings. So if you bear with me for a second, I'm just going to look. Yeah, I love the Hopi message. Oh no, I'm going to play Kabir, a poem by Kabir, who lived in the 15th century and knew a lot about the breath. So here we are. Are you looking for me? I am in the next seat. My shoulder is against yours. You will not find me in stupas, nor in Indian shrine rooms, nor in synagogues, nor cathedrals, not in messes, nor kirtans, not in legs winding around your own neck, nor in eating nothing but vegetables. When you really look for me, you will see me instantly. You will find me in the tiniest house of time. Kabir says, students, tell me, what is God? He is the breath inside the breath. I recorded this poem about 15 years ago, and still, every time I listen to it, it's such an incredible reminder about time, the fleeting of time, and how somebody in the 15th century could have come up with these wise and deep words. I also want to remind you that I do this work one-on-one, as in counseling and individual meditation practice, developing an individual meditation practice, and also that we have a group that meets here at this Gym for the Soul every Wednesday from 12:30 to 2 o'clock. This is an in-depth group. It's called Breaze Confidence, and it requires a deeper commitment, but I'm just letting you know about some of the possibilities. And now it's really time to say bye-bye. This is Samuel Jacob Kirschner, voice of the breeze, wishing you a day filled with oxygen, presence, joy, and ease.